just a little authority. Everybody in the stands flashing a 10.
It was one of the most dramatic, one of the most sensational, one of the most exciting slam dunk contests that they've ever had on All-Star Saturday.
Oh, you can call that special. Oh, mercy.
Two of the best dunkers, head-to-head against each other.
Where you go, baby? You get your on that one?
This is like instant classic right here.
It's T-minus 10 and counting to liftoff.
And we had a courtside seat to see the best dunk competition ever assembled.
Mission Control ready for launch.
One very special event each season is the NBA All-Star Game. The league made a weekend out of the mid-season classic, starting with a slam dunk contest on Saturday.
The prestige of participating in the slam dunk contest goes beyond approval of your teammates, respect of your peers. The whole world watches.
And the players themselves would volunteer to be a participant of that event.
It was one of the things that came over from the ABA that was a real attraction.
Now the doctor goes to work. And that sends everyone reeling.
Everybody was looking forward to it. People hadn't really seen a great deal of what these amazing athletes could do. And it was, I think, the most exciting part of All-Star Weekend.
You had some of the greatest dunkers to ever play the game in the dunk contest that year.
This is a situation that's open for all the high jumpers in the league, whether they're big or whether they're small.
You know, growing up, you see Dr. J and Larry Nance and all those guys, and you know, you couldn't dunk like them, but you want to be like them. So if you ever got the opportunity, you wanted to get in the dunk contest and prove that you one of the best dunkers.
Our new slam dunk champion with an incredible upset, Spud Webb.
It's all about having fun, being competitive, being creative, and showing your talent.
Oh, my. Oh, spectacular.
There wasn't a lot of gimmicks or teammates dunking. It was just you on the stage doing your thing. I think that was the most exciting thing about it.
He goes in straight, goes up in the air. Now he's sideways. Look at the air. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion. That is Air Jordan at his best.
Even competing and put yourself at a different level, but winning the dunk contest, it means that you're the best dunker that year at that moment, and all eyes on you.
And now in his own town, Chicago, Michael Jordan here to defend the 1987 Slam Dunk Championship he won.
The All-Star Game in '88 was held in Chicago. I was fortunate enough to be a part of the broadcasting team.
It was one of the coldest days of the year, and I remember thinking, who put this All-Star Game in Chicago?
We knew it was going to be an interesting competition, without question.
I'm thinking it's going to be one of the better slam dunk competitions that they ever seen, and I think it's going to be on.
Well, we had some good dunkers that year. We had Dominique, who was one of the greatest dunkers I've ever seen. Michael Jordan, who was pretty incredible himself, his airness.
That was okay. You going down to Disney World.
But Webb was in that dunk contest.
Spud was an anomaly. There's never been anybody his size be able to do the types of dunks that he did.
And then you had some other guys who could really get up.
Otis Smith is a power dunker, and you saw that right there.
Otis Smith, obviously a great dunker himself.
For me, being a young dunker, it was like, I'm a young dunker. I want everybody to know who I am and what I was about.
You got some hops, man.
I thought I had an outside chance, but I was just excited to be there.
Smith pulled out all stops on that one with a 360 and a two-hand hammer over the top.
Then you had Drexler and the late Jerome Kersey from the Portland Trail Blazers. Both of those guys played above the rim all the time. Clot played with speed and accuracy, and he was going to dunk the ball anytime he had an opportunity.
Brings the legs up, windmills it through, and a terrific dunk. I like that one by Clyde.
I thought Clyde had a great shot, you know. I mean, they didn't call him Clyde the Glide for nothing.
Ron Harper was in that dunk contest and got hurt, and Greg Cadillac in that dunk contest. So it was a good cast. I mean, everybody who could dunk and had dunked at some point in time during the course of that year was in that contest.
Oh, now that's a 360 with just a little authority, folks.
I think in the first round of the competition, a lot of the other dunkers didn't do anything very special. But the guys who really brought it were Michael and Neek, and they got it done on a big time scale.
He'll get more than 41.
Hey, look, do a 360 to get a 50 next round. Let's go from there. Where you go, baby? You get your hand on that one? Yeah. We go free. 47. They ain't giving them no 50s right now, are they? They hard on y'all tonight.
Uh-oh. He's measuring off the free throw line.
If he cut with the foul line, Doug, you have to cut with the 50 right now.
Now this is the semifinals. It will be Jordan, Smith, Drexler, and Wilkins in that order.
Well, Jordan got out of the gate last time with something special, and he wants to do the same as we start this round.
Uh-oh. He's measuring off the free throw line.
If he cut with the foul line, Doug, you have to cut with the 50 right now.
Okay, it's T-minus 10 and counting to liftoff.
I'm gonna go with the 1 minute. Don't let it get the edge. You can't get the edge, but it can get it.
This is reminiscent of the ABA dunking championship and Julius Erving many years ago.
Mission control, ready for launch.
Go ahead, baby.
That brought Dominique to his feet.
Well, the free throw line dunk is something very special because there haven't been that many players who have actually done it.
The crowd reaction was incredible. Not only was it in Chicago, it was an incredible dunk. I don't care where you were.
Give him a 50. Give him a 50.
I'm glad I'm going last.
How'd you like to be following this, Steve?
That's what I was going to say. Whatever happens after that, you know, Otis Smith is in trouble.
Otis in a bad position right now. Otis in a real bad position right now.
When you're competing and you're behind the hometown guy in Chicago, you're putting pressure on yourself to compete against him at his highest level.
Missed this dunk. Now, he may replace this dunk if he chooses to, so he'll try it again.
No, I think I was trying to make it to the finals, so I'm still holding a little bit back. I did what I had to do to, one, make the dunk, and two, you know, at least get a score.
Oh, he had to grab an errant rebound as he threw it off the glass with a beautiful jam by Otis Smith. That was impressive. Now here comes Clyde the Glide Drexler. Well, now that's a tough one. Why would he choose a free throw dunk after Jordan has electrified the crowd with a 50?
I can take off from like a step and a half behind the free throw line. So that was a regular dunk for me. It wasn't even a big deal. I didn't even think about it. That was the dunk I had scheduled for my second dunk. That's all I had planned.
Drexler just inside, they give him a 45.
Well, again, he did not have the flair that Michael Jordan had. So next up will be Dominique Wilkins. Oh, mercy.
First of all, Dominique's 6'8". He's jumping about a 44-inch vertical. And he's taking off so far away from the basket, off 2 feet with 2 hands. I've never seen anybody do that dunk even to this day. And he was dunking the ball as if he was dunking on someone. He wasn't dunking the ball as if he was dunking the ball just to get through the dunk contest.
Go forward knee. Go forward knee.
Without question, going into that competition, the only guy that you would think could possibly be one of the finalists would be Clyde Drexler. But the overwhelming favorites, I think, were Michael and Dominique to be able to be in that final.
Here's a 360.
Oh! The kiss the rim dunk was great, but the 360 by Nick was just spectacular. He was just trying to make it to the final so he can compete one-on-one, me and Jordan, in Chicago, in your hometown, so I can get the win.
Now, I'm going to tell you, straight up, he will not miss this. You can count on that, buddy.
You know, the guys who are veterans of this, they know they got to save something for later on. So you have to have a bag of tricks.
So I got something I got to save my best for last.
So the two finalists will be Previous champions, the defending champion Michael Jordan with 145 points in the semifinal round, and Dominique Wilkins with 143 points in the semifinals. And this is what the crowd's been waiting for.
Leading up to the dunk contest, they've been talking about Michael Jordan and Dominique competing in that dunk contest for a while, and who was the better dunker.
Nick had actually beaten Michael out previously prior to this competition, so people were, I think, really excited about the rematch that was coming up, and it really was an incredibly exciting competition.
They knew that they were looking for the show of those two guys getting together since I think Dominique beat him in Indiana one year, and I'm pretty sure Jordan wanted to get back at him.
It played out exactly the way I think everybody had envisioned prior to the competition actually starting.
Each one of us has won dunking contests. I have the latest, which is last year, and I'm here at home. So I'm not just going to give it to him.
It's almost like I say, it's hard to describe how incredibly beautiful that is to watch and how difficult it is to do, and they make it look so easy.
So Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. This is what the crowd's been waiting for. The championship round. There will be a coin flip to determine who goes first.
I think everybody was really excited to see the two of them make it to the finals. I think it was a foregone conclusion.
The people wanted to see Dominique and Michael meet up.
I want to see a dunk-off between, it's a duel. I want to see a dunk-off between Dominique and Jordan.
I know he's going to say.
As a guy who came in third, I'm sitting there going, hey, I can't wait to see this.
And Dominique is going to give a little running start to this one. Not much, though.
From high above the rim.
That's a great start for Dominique.
Man, I don't think people really appreciated how high he was. Maybe if they had different camera angles, it'll show how high he was on that dunk, throwing it off the backboard and catching it in powerful dunk.
It's normally just a routine kind of a dunk. Guys throw it up off the glass and they catch it and they dunk it. The thing that made it so special was that he threw it from quite a distance away, and when he first caught the ball, he was a long way still from the basket.
And the perfect score of 50 on that dunk from Dominique Wilkins.
Well, now Jordan does have his first taste of pressure in the slam dunk competition.
I'm predicting a 50 on that.
Well, it was typical Michael. It was, kicking up the legs, double pumping, dunking it backwards.
And if you watch closely, and especially on the replay, his head was right up there by the rim. And then he does a two-hand over his head. It's almost like I say, it's hard to describe how incredibly beautiful that is to watch and how difficult it is to do, and they make it look so easy.
Yeah, that's about time, baby.
I'm thinking.
Score 50.
You got a 50.
Well, we're still even as Jordan goes up and takes it way down and then hammers it home over the top.
When they gave Dominique the 50, they had to give Michael a 50. They could not give him lower than a 50.
Like, okay, this is like an old Western shootout right here. We got to see who's going to survive this.
Like 45 being shot someplace.
Boom. How you do a windmill sideways from that angle?
That one exploded at the bottom of the net.
He has more than any dunker that I've seen play this game, with the creativity also going along with it. Here he comes up in the air. Look at the legs, look at the arms, the windmill, and power. He almost lost it.
2-foot jump, going straight up vertical, pumped it all the way around. Phenomenal dunk. That's a 10.
Jordan for his second, got a 50 on the first. Oh, look what's going through his mind. He said earlier, sometimes he doesn't decide until he's in the air. Looked like a figure 8 with the double clutch.
Again, the flair that he has, how he takes the ball and he moves his arms and he moves the ball around, and you thought maybe he was going to do a two-handed dunk, but then he winds up doing it in a way that was he going to do a reverse? Was he going to do it from the right side? No, he does all of this double clutching with his hands and comes up and throws down a very vicious two-handed dunk.
Oh, that is some great creativity, and you notice he's going with the two-hander, Steve, to get a little more power as we watch the reaction of Dominique Wilkins as Michael went in for the dunk. and he just waits to see what the score is.
A 47 was awarded on that dunk.
Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, the fans were just so upset.
There's another look at that dunk. Now watch when he takes off. Look at the way he moves the ball from the right down low to the left, two hands, and throws it through with authority.
These judges are going to need the National Guard to get out of Chicago Stadium.
It's a hostile, ugly crowd now.
I didn't fear, for safety, you want to give everyone, the right score. And sometimes someone can perform a very good dunk, and you may not appreciate it as much as the next person.
It was not a 47, I can tell you that. That was very, very difficult to do, to have the control of his body and to be able to have the timing to do what he did. It should not have been a 47.
You're trying to dethrone the champ in his own building, and Dominique was doing it. And so the people was not happy with the fact that Michael was trailing Dominique going into the final round. One of his iconic dunks, and it's hard, and you see it in slow-mo, and his head is above the rim.
And the crowd is going, hold up, that's kind of low for that degree of difficulty of that dunk.
Jordan for his second, at a 50 on the first. Looked like a figure 8 with the double clutch. A 47 was awarded on that dunk.
After that round, I said, if Nick comes up with a good one, then thinking to myself, it is that he's going to win the competition.
Well, Dominique only needs to come up with a great dunk here. If he gets a 49 or a 48, he can't lose.
At that point, I thought Jordan was going to lose the dunk contest. I mean, you had Dominique who scored a 50 on his second dunk, and Jordan who scored a 47. And he had to find a way to overcome those 3 points in the last dunk. So it was going to be tough, but if anybody could do it, it'd be Michael, Dominique, and it's going to come down to the showdown.
That was powerful.
I mean, that's a two-hand windmill with authority from the sideline.
And the judges are going through, their entire lives are flashing in front of their eyes.
Dominique's power windmill was pretty special. It jumps up high, two hands on the ball, and it goes around. If you miss that dunk, you could hit the front rim and fall on your back and break your neck. Very difficult dunk, right? Dominique makes it look easy, and he finishes that dunk under pressure in Chicago.
I thought it was over because there's no way that Michael's going to be able to beat him, because what the dunk that he did, I thought was another 49 or 50, which basically shuts Michael out after the 47 that he had.
We watched Dominique Wilkins come in and again with the power and authority low with two hands.
And the judges have awarded Dominique Wilkins a 45.
That's incredible.
So Dominique comes baseline, does his two-hand windmill dunk. One of his iconic dunks, and it's hard, and you see it in slow-mo, and his head is above the rim. And the judges give him a 45.
Oh, man.
And the crowd is going, hold up, that's kind of low for that degree of difficulty of that dunk.
I don't know how in the world those judges could live with themselves giving him 45 for that dunk. Seriously.
What a heck of a lot of difference. You tell me how many guys could get up in the air that high and wind it up with two hands and dunk it. I mean, you showed me 5 guys who could do that.
It opened the door for Michael to have a chance to win the dunk contest, but he had to do something special. So it changed it.
Well, they're on their feet here at Chicago Stadium. Here's another guy that relishes the challenge and pressure, but again, creativity and imagination is the key. Plus, he's got to make the dunk.
He needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win. The defending slam dunk champion, Michael Jordan. If he were to win this, he'd be the only two-time winner in the 4-year slam dunk competition. Larry Nance won it, Dominique, Spud Webb, Jordan, and Michael is backing all the way to the middle of the backcourt. Now he's going to the baseline.
If he could somehow do some sort of spin on the way to the hoop, Rick, I think that would almost ensure it for him coming this far away.
All he needs to do is make it from the free throw line like he did before, and he'll win.
And he misses. He does get a replacement. He does get a replacement.
Well, after Michael missed his first dunk on his final one of the competition, I think people were a little concerned about whether or not he was going to be able to pull this off.
Michael could lose this.
Now let's see if the miss influences the judges, even if he pulls it off, because he took off a little further inside. His legs may be getting a bit tired. He's had to do a lot of jumping here this afternoon.
You know, back against the wall, what's the champ going to do?
The fans are all on their feet, or most of them are anyway.
Now, the only way that he's going to lose this competition is if he misses this dunk.
Well, the crowd lets you know what they think of it. Now we will wait for the judges of 48 ties, of 49 wins.
Beautiful dunk, sticks his tongue out. He goes up, he throws it down. Good looking dunk.
Once I saw Michael walking back to the free throw line, he kept walking back to the other end of the court to do the free throw line dunk. I knew the competition was over as long as he made the dunk.
Not many people on the planet today can still do that dunk, right?
Michael Jordan scored 50. They gave him a 50. They gave Jordan a 50. He defends his championship.
Once the ball went through the hoop, everybody went crazy, and it was just a formality to see the 50 come up from the judges, and the crowd was enthusiastic and excited for their hometown hero.
That was the only time in the whole dunking contest that I was actually nervous because I knew I needed something spectacular to win.
It was crazy in Chicago. After Michael won the dunk contest, it was crazy in Chicago.
You have these two GOATs go head-to-head. That's usually significant and is a vote for it to be the best of all time.
That was a heavyweight duel.
You could flip a coin and pick a winner and not really be wrong.
I thought he had higher than a 45, and when he did get a 45, then I had a chance at least.
I think what happened with the '88 slam dunk contest, that it brought tremendous publicity to the league and helped solidify All-Star Saturday.
We've been chasing that feeling of All-Star Saturday since 1988. There's no way to capture two gladiators going back and forth.
And it shows the creativity in recent years. Guys jumping over cars, jumping over people.
This guy jumping out of the phone booth and being Superman, or this guy jumping over Superman.
I mean, the creativity has become unbelievable.
Changed it a little bit. It gave it a little bit more flair.
You couldn't ask for more as a fan to be able to see competition at that level.